Hello friends, welcome back again to the channel. I hope everyone is safe. In today's video, I will be talking about how to calculate the month salary of employees with the help of these components. So now let's understand what is the meaning of these components. So this is the employee ID, name of employees, designation of employees, and this is the basic salary which is offered to the employees once they join the company. And this is the attendance for how many days employees were present in a month. So we are calculating the salary slip for January month, and in January we have 31 days, and after that we have DA, then HRA, and all these components. So on the basis of that, in this video you will get to know that how you can calculate employee month salary without too much of complex formulas. So in this video I will try to explain everything in a very simpler manner. So now let's start it. First of all, we have to calculate the salary of these employees, and the difference between basic salary and salary is that, so basic salary which is given to the employees when they join the company without any other convenience which is given by the company. So the salary would be in which how many days employees were present. On the basis of that they will get the salary. So now let me just calculate it, how you can get to know that what would be the salary of these employees. So the formula would be or equal to basic salary, and in 1 month we have 31 days, so we are calculating it for January month, divided by 31 days and multiplied by for how many days these employees were present. So the attendance of the first employee, enter. So this would be the salary of first employee. We have to log the column of January days so it does not get moved, and enter. Select all the cells and control D. So you can see that this is the salary of all of these employees for the number of days they were present in the office. I hope that is clear. So now let's find out what is DA and HRA. So DA is the Dearness Allowance, which is given by the company for according to the inflations. We have the inflations every year. So on the basis of that, so this is the facility being given by the company to the employees so they can cope up with the inflation according to the salary structure. So DA I have taken for these employees, and after that we have HRA, which is house rent allowance. So the company also provide to the employees house rent allowance because some of the employees work in a different city. So just to see that the company provide some sort of convenience to the employees, so that will be adjusted into their salary. After that we have the overtime. In some of the companies, or you can say that in all of the companies, during the requirement employees do the overtime. So this is the overtime hours which these employees have done, and on the basis of that we have to calculate the total salary which is coming up after overtime. So what would be the overtime salary of these employees? How we can calculate that? So the simple formula to calculate the salary overtime would be your basic salary, which is 25,000, then divided by, we have 31 days in January month, and one employee's daily work hours are 9 hours. It could be 8 or 9 hours depending on the company policies, and multiplied by your OT hours. First employee's OT hours, how many OT hours that employee have done, enter. And then we have to freeze some of the cells so the value should not get moved. So let me quickly freeze the value. So we have to freeze the January days, F4, and then we have to, no, all the options are absolutely fine, just simply enter, select all the cells and control D. So these are the overtime which has been generated by these employees on the basis of their overtime hours. So this is the calculation of overtime. So we have to understand that what should be the overtime all of these employees will be getting on the basis of their basic salary. So the overtime will be calculated on the basic salary. After that we have to calculate the gross salary section. How we can do that? So to calculate the gross salary, simple formula would be your basic salary plus your DA plus your HRA plus your overtime, which we have just calculated, enter. Select all the cells and control D. So this would be the gross salary of all of these employees. So the gross salary means that it is a combination of basic salary, DA, HRA, and salary overtime. Apart from that, there may be other components also that could be part of gross salary. It could be your TA, it could be any other factors which is excluding from basic salary, which is given to the employees by the company. So all of these components would be part of gross salary, and you know the formula now how you can calculate the gross salary. So this would be the gross salary. After that, we have to find out the ESI. So the formula for ESI would be your equal to salary multiplied by, I have taken ESI 0.5%, enter, select all the cells and control D. We have to log the value of ESI so it does not get moved, enter, select all the cells and control D. So this would be the ESI which would be deducted from the employee's salary at the month end. So first of all, we have to understand that what is ESI. ESI is kind of medical benefits which is given by the company to the employees in case if they have any kind of medical emergency. So the employees can get benefit out of it by showing the card or by any showing the documents which has been given by the company. So for that company charges minimal amount for the for that company charges minimal amount from the employee's salary so they can get the benefit out of it. After that, we have to calculate the PF. So the PF calculation would be your equal to your salary multiplied by, and the PF I have taken 10%. We have to lock that, enter, select all the cells and control D. So this would be the PF deduction from the company, and this would be deducted from the salary column. So you can get the PF amount once you resign from the company. So that is completely safe, and no company can hold the PF for employees. So you do not have to worry about that you will get the PF or not. So once you resign from the company, you can just have the option to withdraw the PF once you join the new company. After that, we have to calculate the net salary. What would be the net salary of all of these employees after having all of these components? So this would be kind of the salary what employees will be getting at the month end. So the net salary would be your equal to gross salary minus your ESI minus and then your PF. Select all the cells and control D. So this would be the total month end salary of all of these employees once they will be getting at the month end after completing all the deductions. I hope you like the video. Please subscribe and share for more.